Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. My guests today down there on the end, it's Cheryl Matthews. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you today?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. And here's Beth Cooper, a repeat offender on the show. How you doing, Beth?
I'm
Good
fine,
to see you.
thank you.
Beth was here last time talking about the Depot show.
That's right.
And we'll ask you anyway, how'd the Depot show go this year?
It was wonderful. It was our best show ever, I think.
Really?
Fantastic.
You've been doing that thing for like 17 or 18 years now.
I haven't been involved
Well,
in
you
it that
haven't.
long, but yes, they have. I think this was our 18th or 19th show.
So have you well, that's wonderful. Do you think, let's ask the important question. Do you think that you and Stacy showing up on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey helped the crowd a lot?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
How could it not?
Right.
That's exactly
it really
right.
got the word out.
That's outstanding.
It did
That's
what
what
we
I
wanted
figured.
it to do.
That's what I figured. Have you got started working on next year?
I have, yes. We've started it, and we've got some really good ideas.
Big ideas.
Big ideas.
Well, that's cool. I'm certain the call will go out here in a few months to try to get that thing going again for next spring.
Yes.
To the reason that you folks are here today is we are learning all about how to quilt, right?
That's right, yes.
That is going to be, I got to tell you, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes. I just asked them a stupid question a minute ago, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
God bless Cheryl. Did you realize that Cheryl's related to me? I don't know if I don't know if anybody realizes that.
You're wanting to remove yourself, but I'm not.
Cheryl is my first cousin once removed. But she says I'm just a cousin.
That's right.
This removing stuff doesn't count.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's fine. Cheryl, tell everybody what you do.
I'm the owner-operator of Your Quilting Stash in Johnsonville. Our
Okay.
address is actually Sisney. And I have probably about 1,600 bolts of fabric. And I have 2 long-arm Gamble Statler stitchers that I machine quilt for people. And the count that I got last week of how many quilts I have in my shop to quilt is like 114 quilts.
You
my
still
goodness.
have that many to do.
To do, yes.
I would see the rest of that stuff I really didn't understand.
Yeah.
A lot of that. What's a Gamble thing? What was it?
The Gamble is my long arm machine. It's
okay.
an industrial sewing machine,
All right.
long arm.
Long arm machine. I have no idea what that is. What's a
Okay.
long arm machine?
It has a big frame, like a 12-foot
Yes.
frame, and then you roll your quilt up into it, and then your machine just sort of drives along on
And
top
makes a
of
pattern.
it. Makes a pattern.
To sandwich the 3 together.
How big is the machine?
Well, my throat is, I've got
Your throat.
the throat on my sewing machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
Like
kind
20
of.
What, 22 inches? Is that what yours is?
One of mine is a 24 and one's
Oh.
a 28.
Oh, wow.
Oh, those
'Cause
are
I
big.
have 2.
Hers are bigger
I
than
presume those are big.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, okay, for those of us who are stupid again, is that like what you put the sleeve on if you're making a normal?
No. Well, no.
What?
You know when you put the sewing machine has the little thing down there that you put your
Okay.
sleeve over to.
Kind of.
Kind of,
Kind
yeah.
of.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
We're basically teaching a new language to a primate over here. But the reason these ladies are here, there's all kinds of there's all kinds of buzz around Flora about
Yes.
quilt making, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Tell me what's going on.
We're starting a new quilt guild in Flora, and it's called So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild.
Okay.
We're going to meet monthly at the First Christian Church in Flora, the second Monday of every month at 6:30 p.m.
So you're meeting then? What would that be?
Our first one is in August, and it's August the 13th.
Yes.
Okay.
That will be our first meeting.
Well, that's not the second Monday of the month, or second Monday of the month, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is
so.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think
guess
so.
it is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm doing my math in my head. I was thinking the first Monday of the month. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
think it is. Yeah. So
Where did this come from? Where did the idea, what was the genesis of the
Well-
idea for this?
okay, for several years, there's a lot of Flora people that have been driving to Olney for their quilt guild, and they have a wonderful guild there.
What's that? It's called. What's that one called?
It's just called the Olney Quilt Guild.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot since I've joined. They have lessons and workshops and all these different things that they can teach you
Okay.
more about quilting. And Cheryl and I both had talked to some people in the area that wanted to join a guild, but Olney was a little far for them. And,
Okay.
and, you know, there's people in the community that don't really like to drive at night.
Right.
Others that don't like to drive in the winter.
Right.
True.
And so that was what was stopping them from joining a guild. And so we decided, you know what, we'll try out a guild here and just see if it catches on or if anyone's interested. We 10 of us came
Yep.
together, and
We had an organizational meeting,
Yes.
and there was about 10 of us.
Okay.
And
we just thought, well, we'll see where it goes. It might only be the 10 of us. It might be maybe 20. We didn't really know where it would go. And we still we haven't had our first meeting yet, but there is such a huge interest
There's
in
a lot
it.
of interest already.
Yes,
Yes.
and we started a Facebook page, the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild on Facebook.
By the way, that's SEW.
Yes,
that is
Nifty.
correct.
There you go. That's punny, ladies.
Yes.
That's very punny. I
Yes.
love it.
And there's already been a huge response on that Facebook page.
Really?
So I think we're going to be a lot bigger than what we even imagined that
I
we would
think it
be.
is too.
So we're so excited about that.
very pumped about it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, you know, that's the thing. You've started this guild. You're starting this guild. This is a nonprofit organization too, isn't it? I mean,
It
you're going to
is.
be what's the who are we donating money to for the what's the charity of the?
Well, there's several things in the community that we want to help with,
Right.
and so we will be charging dues. So it's a $50 dues per year.
Okay.
That's going to help us pay for teachers to come in to teach the workshops and different little things that we will need to buy as the guild, like name tags and
Sure.
stuff like that.
business
but-
of the guild.
But also, we want to do things for the community, and we have some projects, sewing projects that we're going to be doing to help out the community. And, anywhere that we see a place that we could do something, we want to be in there doing it.
You know, that's the thing, Cheryl, and you can probably attest to this as much as anybody. When folks get together and build a nice quilt, and they raffle that off, those are donated to organizations a lot of times to be raffled off for them to raise money. That can grow into a pretty nice little size chunk, can it?
Yeah, I have a friend in Fairfield who raffled off a baby quilt.
Oh, really?
This was a baby quilt.
I don't know what's the difference between a baby quilt and a real quilt. I'm asking.
Size.
I don't know the size. Okay.
It's the size.
Don't get mad at me.
Cheryl doesn't
Bruce?
get mad.
No, it's the size. It's just for it's a small baby quilt.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah.
and she called me one day and said, guess how much that quilt went for? And I had no clue. And she said it went for $600.
Oh, wow. That's,
Really?
That's
$600 is
For a
what she
baby
told me.
quilt.
Wow.
And of course, all that was donated to whatever,
Whatever
their-
the cost was.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Which
outstanding.
was wonderful.
You know, that's the thing. You see quilts like on. I watch Antiques Roadshow from time to time, and you always see good quilts there. Some of them are prized and worth a lot more than others, aren't they?
Correct.
What's what? I'm going to ask a question that I probably should know the answer to, but what makes one quilt worth more than another? The amount of hours put into it, the intricacy of it, or the prettiness of it, or what?
Well, I
Probably-
think all of those things could contribute
Right.
to that.
But the intricacy really
Yeah.
is probably, my opinion would be the top. But
and are you
Age?
talking about modern day quilts or like historic?
Yeah, historical. We'll start
Okay,
with-
so historical. A lot of that has to do with age.
Yeah.
sure.
I've taken a few
the
classes
condition
on,
of the-
on dating quilts, which my husband always jokes and says, "Oh, you going to take it out for a nice dinner movie?" No, I'm
Dating a
talking
quilt.
about how old it is
Yeah.
and how to
Sure.
tell how old it is, and by studying the fabrics that are used in it and the dyeing processes and
Is
things
that
like
right?
that. And
You could
it's-
probably also tell where it's from that way too, then, right?
Yeah, a lot of times you can, and you think about older quilts. Some of the oldest ones I've seen are some of the ugliest ones I've seen, and they were just really more utility. They were made for utility, and they were all one
Exactly.
color. There was and people were like, well, I think they always use scraps to make their quilt, and that was popular in like the 1930s and 40s to use
Right.
the feed sacks and stuff. But I'm talking way back before that, and even like the 1700s.
Wow.
The quilts then just like solid kind of brown blues.
and a lot of times they just use the clothing,
yeah.
If the clothing was finished, if its initial intended use, you'd cut
Right.
that up and make
Sure.
that as part of the quilt. I'm learning all kinds of
Yeah.
things today. This is wonderful. I'm talking here today with Beth Cooper here and Cheryl Matthews down there. We are talking about the So Nifty Sewing Sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
So Nifty Sisterhood.
So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt
So
Guild.
nifty. See, I didn't write that down the second time. I need to get that written down. So Nifty Sister. You can't say that fast.
No, you have to say it slow.
So-
Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild.
So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt
Guild.
Guild. So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. I'm going to get that down. That's going to be good. And we'll be back here with Cheryl and Beth. We're talking about all kinds of things. We might learn how to build a quilt. I guess you build them, right? You don't sew them.
Sure. You can build them. Sure.
All right.
However you want to say it.
I'm going to learn. We'll be right back after these.
Jason always calls it building a quilt.
My sister
It's
Angela
my
always
choice.
says,
My
"We're gonna build a
choice.
quilt."
It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. The county hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years. I joined the service so I can serve my country and see the world. But I smoked, and I got heart disease. So a lot of the world I got to see looked like this. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
a year or two ago when she had that quilt.
Welcome back, folks, to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining in today. My guests are Cheryl Matthews and Beth Cooper from the So Nifty Sisterhood. So Nifty Sisterhood. I didn't write it down again.
Quilt Guild.
Quilt Guild. You guys are killing me. So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. And they are forming, they are organizing, and going to have a nice meeting every month. Okay.
Yeah.
Your first meeting is where and when again?
It's at the First Christian Church in Flora.
Okay.
And it's going to be the second Monday of every month at 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. All right. So no food served. You're expecting people to have eaten before they got there.
That's right, but we will have some snacks.
Okay. Well, you see,
Yeah.
you can't
You have
have
to have snacks.
You can't have a meeting without snacks.
That's right.
No.
Yeah, cookies or pickles or something like that.
Yeah, no,
So-
my 9-year-old daughter says cookies would always make it better. So we should always have cookies.
She's right.
She is right.
She is
Definitely.
right.
She's actually going to be the one to bake the cookies for
Really?
our first meeting. Mhm.
What's she bake? What's good?
She said she's baking snickerdoodles this time.
I love
She
snickerdoodles.
makes a lot of things, though.
Get that cinnamon ready. That's really
Yeah.
good. I'm looking forward to that. Well, I won't be there. Sorry.
You should come.
I
I
apologize.
sounded so-
I just
You should
said I'm
come.
not going to be. Well, I would drag it down. We're
Oh, no,
already
you
talking
wouldn't.
about how much I have no idea what I would be doing. I don't know what a sewing machine looks like, for crying out loud. I called it. It's an arm, right? The bottom thing. Is that what you call it?
Well,
Yeah, her sewing machine isn't facing side to side. Hers is facing straight in front of
All
her.
right, now you're really you're really talking over my head. Okay, first meeting is the 13th at 6:30 at the First Christian Church. What are we going to do? Well, that one you'll have a little bit more business than the regular meetings. But what's a regular meeting going to consist of?
Okay, a regular meeting. Well, everyone shows up. We will have a short program at each meeting, and something that's quilt related. We'll talk about. It may be educational. It may be someone talking about the history of quilts, or I think at our first meeting we're going to talk about beginner basics and.
See, now that probably would be good
See,
for me.
you can
wouldn't
learn
it?
something. It would be
Yeah.
good for you.
I'm sure I got something else going on.
After the program part of our meeting, though, then we'll have a short business meeting and just go over some things that we need to talk about being a
Okay.
nonprofit, just
Yeah.
a quick little business meeting. And then we're going to have a show and tell time, which is always my
Yes.
favorite.
Now, see, do you
some
do show and
beautiful
tell at
quilts.
every meeting usually,
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
So what do people bring in? What they've been working on, something that they completed in the past? What do they do? What's
well, they
typical?
could. I guess they could bring something that's already been completed.
Okay.
I know sometimes people like to show things that they're maybe haven't gotten quilted. They finished the top, but they haven't gotten it quilted.
True.
So they could bring whatever way they wanted,
That's
whether it's
pretty
finished.
cool.
Or,
And you're going to do projects. What is the project for this meeting?
Okay, well, we won't actually be working on a project at the meeting.
You're gonna get
but we
set up
will-
for it.
Well, we will have a workshop scheduled each month. And
Okay.
those will be on Saturdays or Monday evenings, once a month. And there'll be a sign-up list. We'll tell you what you need to buy to be there. And you show up, bring your sewing machine, and we'll all work together all day. There will be a teacher that teaches you how to make the project. And
Right.
the first one that we're doing is called the Jelly Roll Race.
Let's see if I've got this one set
Okay.
up. There you go.
Oh no, that's not the. That's
Nope,
the.
that's the-
We are going to be doing that though too.
Yes.
That is a seatbelt cover.
Oh, the Jelly Roll Race. That's that
Yes.
That's that one.
yes,
That quilt is made using a jelly roll. And Cheryl,
and this is a jelly roll.
one. Let's see.
It's 2.5-inch strips,
Okay.
all from the same line of fabric. It's Moda. There's a lot of other brands, but that one is Moda.
Okay.
so it's pre-cut to the sizes that you need. So you just buy one of those and you show up with your sewing machine, and then we'll teach you what to do. But you're going to sew all
and
these strips
eventually,
together. It becomes
those
a
strips
quilt.
will look like what you're seeing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there are different ways to make jelly rolls.
Really?
And with quilts. But this is the one that we're going to do is the jelly roll race.
So, are
quick
you
and
telling?
easy.
Basically, it looks really good, but how would I screw this up? Is there's a way that I could screw this up, right?
Not on this.
No, I don't think so. I think this
No.
is the perfect quilt for a beginner.
Yeah.
Because there's really not much you could do to screw it up.
No.
How big would it be typically if you're
Well,
going to use each?
This would be a
each
throw
roll?
size.
It's
Okay.
just a throw size.
Throw
Like, just
size
something
being
to
5 feet by 5 feet or something like that.
No.
6 feet by 5 feet.
No,
No.
a little smaller.
A little smaller than that.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
But if you wanted to use 2 jelly rolls,
Right.
then it would be
You can
more
make
of a
it whatever
twin
size you
I
want.
think.
Well, I guess that once you get going with it, you could probably make it whatever you're gonna.
Sure.
Wow.
That's the
Put a
great thing
border
about
on
quilts.
it.
You can just custom.
Yeah.
All right, so now that's going to be a workshop. That's not going to be at the night
No.
No.
of the 13th.
No.
That'll be a workshop.
The night of the 13th is more of a time to learn from each other, talk about quilting, have fellowship with other quilters, have a cookie,
There you
and
go.
Yes.
show off what you've been working on,
Okay.
and just hopefully walk away learning something.
When are you going to do this one? The seatbelt one. We got the seatbelt one going there. I didn't know
I have to look, see
if
what
that
my
was
date was on
workshopped. I had pictures of 2 or 3 of these, and I didn't know when was when.
That'll be in October.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to make some of those and then take those to the hospitals where
That's
there might be
nice.
cancer patients that
Right.
need
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be pink, I guess, right? You can
No.
make
No,
that
it can be for
particular-
anybody that has a port and their seatbelt will sometimes rub them right there where that port was.
will give it padding to where
And
it's,
I can say, and when I say that, I put my hand right here because this is where my port was.
Okay.
I'm a 5-year breast cancer
Well,
survivor.
congratulations.
So I don't have a port anymore, but I remember having the seatbelt, always hitting that and thinking, ugh.
Made you feel better if you were driving, probably, because the
Yeah.
seatbelt would have been on the other
Right.
other side. Well, yeah, that was an item that you can use.
Yeah.
What was the other one? The other project? Do you remember? We were
no.
gonna.
Oh, yeah, cozy bowls.
Cozy
the
bowls.
cozy
I
bowls.
love. I got to tell you. All right. I've never seen these before until about a month or 2 ago.
Okay.
One of my neighbors. I've never thought to use a cozy bowl. I just put the soup in the microwave oven
Right.
and let it go, and then have to grab the bowl out of the microwave,
you burn
and
your
it just
fingers.
burns my hand.
Yeah, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, it's just terrible. And somebody was thinking.
Right.
Somebody at some point was really thinking.
Yes.
They decided to put the cozy bowl around.
Yeah.
And I've never known that they were called cozy bowls. But my neighbor apparently was in a quilt guild or something because
Really?
she made us a couple of cozy bowls for me and my wife. How
nice.
thoughtful.
See?
That's
That
what I
nice of
thought.
her.
And God bless her. And I haven't burnt my hands since.
Well, there you go. So
See? When
are you doing
everybody
that
needs
one?
a cozy bowl.
When
We're
are we
doing
doing
that one
that?
in October as well, I
Oh,
believe.
okay. All right. So we get big.
Yep.
All right. Yes,
Or it might
just
be November.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
just to
I've got
show
it written
folks
down.
again, this is really cool. Basically, you put your bowl in this thing, and then you stick it in the microwave. And since it's fabric, the microwave's not gonna burn it up, right?
Yep, it has batting inside that's microwave safe.
Yes.
Wow,
So
you guys that's amazing. Yeah, that is impressive, ladies and gentlemen. Get a hold of these ladies, or go to the 13th. It'll be the So Nifty Sewing Guild, Sisterhood.
So Nifty Sisterhood.
I'm going to have to look at that as opposed to So Nifty Sisterhood Sewing.
Quilt Guild.
Quilt Guild.
Quilt Guild.
Beth's never coming back. She's here for a second time. She's never coming back, and Cheryl's not going to let me leave the room without a good sock in the jaw. I can
Probably.
tell. It's coming. It's coming. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, Channel 3 over in Salem, Channel 100 here in Flora and Louisville and Sisney and Jeff. And before we get off, you'll take folks from any of those towns, won't you?
Oh,
Definitely.
absolutely. Yes.
Definitely.
And I just want to say that it's something for every skill level.
Really?
Beginner or advanced.
Beginner
right.
or advanced.
Everybody's gonna
beginner
learn
or
something.
advanced or advanced. We'll be right back after these words.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
My name is Brett, and I used to smoke. I quit, but not until I got a serious gum disease. My tip to you is, your smile says a lot about you. What does this say?
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. The mic's on now.
Okay.
It wasn't on a second ago.
Back to business.
As you see Beth's eyes just go like this. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are talking here with Beth Cooper along with Cheryl Matthews, and they are members or founders of the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. And that is I like that. And that is a meeting for the first time on August 13 at the First Christian Church. Okay, I don't know if we have enough time, but you were going to walk me through some of the quilting stuff or something, right? What do you want to walk me through? I didn't know if you want to do that or show pictures of the other quilts.
We can show pictures. We can also talk about just some of the terms maybe that you hear when you're quilting.
That's the terrible thing. All I know is like fat quarter.
Okay.
I've already mentioned fat quarters.
Okay. Yeah, so
what's a fat quarter?
This is a fat quarter.
All right.
These are both fat quarters.
Okay.
And it's just a quarter of a yard of fabric, but instead of cutting just a quarter off the length of the bolt, they roll it out to a half a yard, cut a half a yard, and then turn it, then cut a quarter. So
it's actually 18 by 22 inches.
Okay.
18 inches by 22.
And how often? What is the typical? Let's define quilt for that matter. I mean, this is different from making. You're different from making a blanket. You're basically making a blanket with extra padding, right?
A quilt is defined by having 3 layers.
Yes.
3 layers.
So you piece together your top normally. You have that part pieced, and then you have a backing, and then you have batting in the middle.
So there's a front and a back to a quilt, typically.
Yes.
Yes, and you sew those 3 together.
Okay.
And that's the quilting process. The part where you're just making the top of the quilt's called the piecing
Piecing.
process.
We've got some very impressive quilts that we'll show here on the television in just a second. What's the most amount of time do you think, what's the most amount of time you've spent on a quilt?
Making
Yeah.
a quilt? Well, I don't have time to just sit and make it.
Well, when you say that you have 114 quilts to finish, what exactly is the part of the
That's-
job that you are finishing?
I'm quilting it. I'm taking that sandwich, the top,
Yeah.
the batting, and the back,
Yes.
and I'm quilting those together.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the all-over design on it or the custom design on it to sandwich them all together.
So people are bringing her their piece tops. So they've worked
Correct.
months at home piecing together
Yes.
their beautiful tops, and then they bring it to Cheryl to finish.
How do you attach? How do they have them attached? I guess just by safety pin or something
No,
like that.
I do it on my machine. They
No, I
just-
know, but I
they-
mean, of the people you say you have 114 waiting.
Yeah.
Am I misunderstanding?
They're just bringing her the pieces folded in.
Okay.
You know,
just the top, and they just bring it folded together, and then I get the back and the batting and put it together.
I am missing. I think I'm missing something. I guess I don't understand why the person doesn't already go ahead and sew that together. Why do you have 114?
Okay. Yeah. Why is it easier for you to quilt those than someone at home?
Okay, if someone at home wants to sew their quilt their actual quilt together, number one, their throat on their machine isn't usually big enough to fit in there to sew, whereas the throat of my machine
You got the big one.
I've got the big throat.
Professional throat.
Yes, and
Okay.
I can put it on my machine, and it would be tight, top and bottom, and the sides. And then if they're doing it on their machine, they would have to pin it together
Okay.
to hold the sandwich
Yeah.
together. And so it's a lot easier for me to put it on my big machine and do it that way. And it doesn't take me any time to do it, where it might take them, several days or a week or more.
Wow.
To
Right.
quilt.
So with 114 to do, I just keep going back to that because the number fascinates me. How long does it take to get one done?
I can get a queen size quilt done in a little over half a day, 3/4 of a day.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
She's going to be busy for a little bit. Though.
Yeah, she's always busy.
She's always,
Yeah.
she's always
She's always
well.
busy.
See now that there, so you'll be able to. That's why you do the guild so that you don't, so you can find something else to do rather than sitting in and working on quilts all the time.
Well,
You
yeah.
work on quilts in your off time too. Then
Yes, I do work. I've been working about 15-hour days for the last couple weeks.
is that right? Well, you want to get
Yes.
caught up. You want to get caught up.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the quilts that we've been talking about. Let's see what we have here. There's one.
Okay.
Tell me about that piece.
Okay, this is Faye Potterworth hiding
Okay.
back there behind that quilt, and she is the secretary of our. Is she secretary? Is it, no, I got that wrong. She's not secretary.
No, she's
I'm
not
sorry.
secretary.
You guys
she
have
is
already
one
named
of-
officers then.
We have,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
but she is on our board.
Yes.
And this is a quilt that she made, and she's showing it in that picture there at one of the Only Quilt Guild
Okay.
meetings at their show and tell time. And I don't remember the name of her pattern there. It's a variated pinwheel of some type, but that's just a really pretty example of something that you may want to create.
Now, for the most part, we'll get to the other pictures here in a moment.
Okay.
For the most part, are folks going to use quilts to lay under, or are they going to put them on the wall?
Oh, both.
Both, yeah. Table toppers, set it on your table.
We have little mini quilts. I
Yeah.
have a little hanger
Yeah.
in the house, and I'll make a different little mini quilt for each month.
Oh, okay.
So this was
See,
like
she's got a little
January,
tab
It's backwards.
where it hangs. Yeah, it hangs like this.
That's now. Hold on. Is that the back side or the front?
No, this is the
front.
front. It's just
Oh,
a little
okay.
snowflake. It's supposed to look wintry.
Let's let me get it on the other camera here. Get
Okay.
it a little closer if you don't mind. Okay. Now I see what you're saying. It's a wintry scene.
Uh-huh.
Each of those have like little wintry branches. in
Okay,
it.
this was April's
Okay.
mini quilt,
Next
and that's applique.
Wow.
So that just is a little girl dancing in the rain for April showers.
Sure.
So, if you don't have a place to put a big quilt and you don't need a big quilt, there's lots of quilting projects that you can do that are just fun little decorations.
Wow. When we come back, you are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. When we come back, we're going to look at another couple of quilts, as well as talk a little bit more about So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. I almost got it right. I got it right once. I've gotten it right once. So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild, and we'll be back right after these words, along with Beth Cooper and Cheryl Matthews back after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area, with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years. I joined the service so I can serve my country and see the world. But I smoked, and I got heart disease. So a lot of the world I got to see looked like this. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in here this Tuesday morning. Do appreciate it. Our guests down there is Cheryl Matthews, and right here is Beth Cooper. Cheryl, by the way, runs a business in Johnsonville. Name of it again?
Your Quilting Stash.
Your Quilting Stash. Mm-hmm. If folks want more information about that, what phone number would they give you a call?
618-835 2681.
And I presume you're on Facebook and online and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff?
Yes.
Just look up your quilting
Your
stash.
Quilting Stash.
All right.
Yep.
All right, that's cool. Let's talk a little bit about let's show some more quilts, because some of the work on these are just really astonishing. Tell me a little bit about that particular quilt.
Okay, that quilt was made by me. That's called Scrap Happy. It's made with all scraps that I had in my sewing room. There's probably a little over 4,000 pieces in that quilt.
How long does it take to
they're
put
all-
together 4,000 piece quilt?
Well, it took me a few months to do that one, and it's little 2.5 inch squares. So even the neutral part of that quilt is just a lot of little, all different shades.
What looks white around the
around the blocks is actually, that's all pieced together, just little different sections of different whites and off whites.
So how many sides are each of those little stars? Probably 16 side stars, I'm guessing. Just doing the math in my head.
Yeah, probably.
That's a lot of work, but a beautiful quilt, though.
It was on the cover of a magazine, and I saw that, and I thought that's a perfect way to get rid of all my scraps, and I loved it. It took me a little while longer than what I really at first
Since you
realized it would.
We'll talk about the other quilt here in a second, but since you brought the tool, tell me what the tool is.
Oh, okay.
Because you probably used this in
sure
building
did.
that.
This is a rotary cutter, and this is what most quilters use to cut their fabric, and that's how you get straight sides. Now, this one has a lock and when you unlock it and you squeeze, the blade comes out, and these blades are very, very sharp. They can cut you badly.
Tremendously sharp, aren't they?
I have 3 kids, and they all know that this is off limits. Like,
is that right?
Even my 13-year-old, she's made several quilts, but I always supervise when she's cutting any fabric, and sometimes I will help her with the cutter. I don't do any of her sewing for her, but the cutting part, it makes me a little nervous. They're so sharp.
Well,
And
yeah.
Even adults could cut themselves. We have classes at the shop, and I had a lady from the Jeff area during a class. She cut herself with that. She ended up at the hospital and got stitches.
Oh.
Yeah, I've also cut myself once at a class, and I always thought, well, I don't know how people do that, because I always pay attention. I would never cut myself, and then, then there you were, and I just get to talking, and I'm cutting, and then before you know it, I cut my finger.
You do that the same way you hit the credits at the start of the show as opposed to at the end of the show. That's that type of thing can happen. It just does occasionally happen. All right, now I hope that this lady didn't cut herself for that quilt, but tell me about that
Isn't that
beautiful piece.
That's Cindy Valbert's quilt,
Okay.
and that is called a Farm Girl Vintage. And all of those are 6.5 inch blocks.
Really?
That's intricate piecing. It took her, I don't even know how long it took her to make that, but
Can't
I would
imagine.
guess it took her a while, although she is very speedy.
Yes.
She does an amazing job on everything that she makes.
Overachiever.
But, yes, she is an overachiever, but
Well,
that's
it's-
a beautiful quilt.
It is a beautiful quilt, and I don't know about that quilt in particular, but in September, you're going to have folks showing off a wide variety, aren't you? Tell me about what's going
Okay.
on in September.
So in September, at our regular meeting, which I believe will be September the 10th, which I think is the second Monday of the month in
Believe so.
September, the program for that meeting is going to be a bed turning. And many of you probably don't know what a bed turning is.
I don't know what a bed turning is.
And a bed turning is where we have an antique bed set up. And on the bed, we have layered lots of antique quilts. And we'll have a little paragraph or short writing that will be read about each quilt. And we'll take one by one. We'll just kind of hold the front of the quilt up. The
pillows.
Yeah. And then they'll say,
By the pillows?
yeah, like
Yeah.
someone will be standing up by like where the
At the
pillows
head
would
of the
be.
bed.
A person
Okay.
on each side,
Okay.
and they'll kind of hold the quilt up. And there might, antique quilts, there's lots of interesting stories and the pattern. There's just so much to be learned about them. And some
Well,
of them are so beautiful.
Well, see, now that's the thing. You were talking a little bit ago about the history of quilting, and you were saying you saw a 17th century quilt that really had faded out or had lost most. What do you think is the golden age of quilting?
The golden, there's been some ebb and flow to the history of quilts.
Right.
There's
That is
always,
correct.
there's a period of time where they're popular and everyone's making them, and then they kind of fades away, like the 1970s. Like, not so much quilting going on in the 70s,
Until
but they're
76.
76 is when it started back
For
up
the
again.
bicentennial.
That is correct.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
But the 30s and 40s, in my mind, are maybe
Yes.
the golden age because
Definitely.
they had such beautiful fabrics and the bright colors and the feed sacks. And there's a lot. Like if you go to an auction and you find an antique quilt, there's a really good chance that it's from the 30s or the 40s.
Really?
If it's, you can look at them and see if that feed sack fabric is in there,
Is that what people look for at an auction then?
That's what I look for.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So if you see Cheryl eyeing something at an auction, stay away from it, but for her
That's
sake.
right.
That's right. But anyway, back to the bed turning. So
Yeah,
they
go ahead.
they'll
Sorry.
be layered on the bed, and then we'll show them off one by one until they're all shown, and I think it'll be a great program.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it's kind of-
I love old quilts.
Always
It's kind of like an organized show and tell part of it, then,
Sure,
isn't it?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
But bed turning sounds so much better
It does.
than organized show and tell.
Well, no, doggone it. This lady would probably enjoyed her show and tell.
Oh, yeah. We
Doggone it.
all enjoyed the show and tell part. We'll still have that, too, at every meeting.
It's always so neat to see what people have done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you get inspired.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what, good luck, because you've got it's the So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild, and again, the first meeting is when? Tell everybody.
The first meeting is August the 13th at 6:30 p.m. at the First Christian Church in Flora. First Christian Church has many doors.
Okay.
The meetings will be in the basement, and the best way to enter the building is either by using the south doors, or if you're handicapped or you're wheeling in something like if you want to bring something in that's heavy, there's a ramp if you use the door that's on the east side that has the green awning over it.
Which one is the First Christian Church here in Florida?
Okay, the First Christian Church is on the corner of 4th Street and Main Street here in town. It's big and it's gray and it's
You ain't gonna miss it.
1950s architecture. It kind of looks more like a castle.
If folks
than a
want,
church,
if
I
folks
think.
want more information, how do they find out more about the So Nifty Sisterhood?
They can find us on Facebook at So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild, or they could also give me a call. My number's been put out there for the public. Anyone interested could give me a call at 618-508-2769.
Beth, thank you so much for coming on. Cheryl, great to see you.
Nice to
Thanks
see
for
you.
coming on
Thanks for
the show.
having us.
When's the last time we saw each other? I don't go to family reunions. I'm the bad seed.
I don't
I'm the
go
guy
either.
that they don't. Yeah, you don't either.
I don't either.
We've both been kicked out of the family.
Yeah. Well, you've removed me, so.
Oh, I did not. It wasn't me. It was just because you had twins. Everybody got angry. We already
That's
had twins. Hey, folks, that's So Nifty Sisterhood. Check them out next month. That's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Talk to y'all real soon.